What it do, Candy Crew? It's your boy Evan.
And it's your girl Charlie.
And this is Laugh Out Loud with Sammy.
And we're back again with another reaction video. This one is the top 10 most awkward moments from 90 Day Fiancé. I don't know if anyone has seen that, but it's basically, the show is basically someone talking to someone out the country and they have 90 days to decide if they want to marry that person or not. Sometimes it'd be like the person only came to America because they wanted a green card and they want to live here. And sometimes it'd be real love and it'd be cute. I like the show.
Sometimes. We used to watch it together, but you would stop wanting to watch it.
I know, because sometimes some people be boring. I like the drama ones.
So, let's see if we ever seen any of these.
You don't touch the window.
Oh, yeah, we
I
definitely
remember,
seen
yeah. Because she was like 18. He
The
was
couples
like
in this
50
series
something.
have 3 months to tie the knot or face one of them leaving the country. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most awkward moments from 90 Day Fiancé.
Like, I'm a student, but my parents are worried about inheritance because my family, without question, has more money than his.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the moments on the American documentary series and its spin-offs that were painfully awkward to watch. With the more socially faux pas, weird and uncomfortable, the better.
You know, just try to be like Moroccan people just for 1 month.
I'm not Moroccan.
I know, but try to, because...
Why do you want me to be Moroccan?
Number 10, meeting the in-laws.
See, she exists.
I'm real, so finally I'm here.
Finally,
It's nice to meet you.
Meeting the in-laws for the first time is always an awkward experience, but this moment would take one of the top prizes. Kicking off the dinner with a casual joke about how they'd warned their son not to run off, fall in love with some girl and bring her home.
They had a kid
Whoops.
too, I think.
Russ's parents immediately set the scene for some uncomfortable tension.
The joke was, when he first left, was, don't go down there and fall in love and, bring a girl back home. And sure enough, he does.
Paola's discomfort with the whole situation, from her tight
what's that,
smile
Hawk?
and unwillingness to really make conversation, to Russ watching her like a hawk at her side, is very clear. This is one family dinner they probably wouldn't want to repeat.
They're really nice. I just want to say they're really nice, but I want my own space.
Number 9, Narkia gets catfished.
I don't want to date a guy in this area.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Because
her.
the guys in this area are
In the
I
world of
remember, but I
cyber
know
love
he was
affairs,
fake.
it pays to be cautious
Yeah,
of
remember.
anyone who seems
you
too
remember
good
when
to
you-
be
when she went
true,
to,
especially if they
when
pull
she
the
went to the
tried and
country,
true
right?
Nigerian prince tagline.
He also told me he was living in Alabama. He had a son, and that his son's mother had passed away.
After this couple met in an online group for plus-sized women, Narkia finds another social media profile of her fiancé's that he hadn't told her about, and it gets her spidey senses tingling. She then finds photos of Alulowo's son with another woman that he had told her had passed away. At the end of the day, Narkia is left with no choice but to come to the conclusion that she's been catfished.
Oh, okay,
Oops.
yeah.
And I'm just over
I thought
here
it was
stressed
the
and not
person.
knowing what's going
He was
on.
lying. He didn't even know Prince.
You trust me?
Number 8, Chantel versus the future mother-in-law.
He shares a little too much with his family, and he should keep our private business private.
Here's another run-in with the in-laws. The news that Chantel's parents wanted her to sign a prenup with Pedro was
No, but now, like, I was just watching videos of, like, how they look now and stuff. Like, she looks beautiful. Like, she done got her weight up. Like, she just look good. She look good and healthy. Right here, she looks so skinny and stuff. But their relationship is so toxic. Like, he is so mean to her. And they just, I know for a fact he's cheating on her.
He got what he wanted.
A green card.
He got his green card.
He said, you think I'm here for a green card?
Yes.
He got a job now. He doing good. Like, they house is beautiful. She got a nice little job. I just feel bad. Because, she really loved him. They just so toxic. They just need to let it go. But she don't want to. Pedro.
I just wanted to see if she was going to press the button.
awkward enough. But his mother's reaction to the news was even more cringeworthy.
Estúpido, porque tú tienes mucho valor, demasiado valor. Ella es
She's
afortunada.
lucky you with this.
Speaking lightning fast Spanish and going off about the stupid Americans with Chantel right there listening. Pedro's mother makes her feelings about the situation with Chantel's parents well known, with little regard for her future daughter-in-law's feelings. Watching Chantel sit quietly and listen when it was obvious she was upset was difficult, especially as she never actually comes back with a reply until the FaceTime call is over.
I don't need that in my life, and if I'm gonna be calling her my mother-in-law, she's gonna have to calm down.
Number 7. Do you really love him?
Seriously.
Oh, you remember
You're gonna
that?
tell me that this isn't a big problem.
Because his friend didn't
Red
like
flag
her.
anybody? When questioned about her feelings for her fiancé Matt, Ala is brutally
You were like,
honest
"He's
in
just being
saying
a
she's
real
not really
friend."
sure if she loves him
Yeah,
yet,
I remember
but is
that.
still
And she
completely
had
okay
her
with
daughter
marrying
and
him.
stuff.
And you don't love him?
Oh,
Yeah,
she
she didn't know.
I don't know.
I remember.
She didn't know. But you,
But you're
in
getting
her
married
defense,
anyway.
her husband
Obviously
just
blown
died.
away, and one of the more rational
She
people
was
in the
scared
room,
to, like,
Matt's friend
fall in
tries
love
to
with
coax
him.
some reasoning
Oh,
out of the Ukrainian bride-to-be to no avail. With Matt himself and another female friend sitting in silence, this awkward interrogation made for a pretty significant hiccup in the future of Matt and Ala's relationship.
I've got to know that you're here for him in order for me to...
What else could she possibly say? She said this 5 times already.
But you're getting hoodwinked. It's...
You're getting
Number
good one.
6. Nikki's airport arrival.
This is the happiest day of my life. I mean, I'm crying, but it's the happiest day of my life.
With an age difference
I
that was already
remember
making audiences
Yeah.
cringe, 19.
I remember this one because he tried to control her whole life.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah, he tried to control her.
And his daughter was like 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the daughter was like, I'm not gonna call her mom. I don't respect her. This and the third.
I understand.
Versus 58, the way Mark behaved once he picked Nikki up from the airport was weird from the start. When she placed her hand on the window of his car and apparently left fingerprints.
Yeah, money.
Mark
He
wasted
was
no
like a
time in telling her
millionaire.
it wasn't allowed.
It's not allowed. No, that was one of the rules when my children were.
Really?
They never touch the window because it's.
So I'm not allowed to touch the window.
You don't touch the window.
To make matters even creepier, he tells her that it was one of the rules when his children were young, that they couldn't touch the windows, reprimanding her for messing with his happiness. The last time we checked, he was her fiancé, not her father.
I mean, if he got the...
I know.
You're always weird.
I'm always weird.
Number 5, George's money confession.
So you're basically saying that you're just dating me because I can buy you.
Yes.
What's worse, marrying someone only for money
She
or
definitely
telling
wanted that boy
someone
for
you're a
money.
millionaire to get them to marry you?
She was honest,
Either way,
though.
when the truth finally surfaced in this
He just
ugly
didn't wanna
situation,
believe it.
it wasn't received well. A couple that had their issues long before they said I do, George finally dropped the news on his wife that not only was he not a millionaire, but he also was in debt. Needless to say, the notoriously hot-tempered Anfisa wasn't.
Wait, didn't you look him up and you saw he went to jail? And he lost a whole bunch of weight because of fraud or
He
something.
went to jail, yeah.
Whatever he was doing, I forgot what his job was, but he was like getting instant money. He was a drug dealer or something. Like, that's how his money was coming in. And he went to jail, I think, like a year after the show aired. He lost a whole bunch of weight too. I don't know what she doing.
Happy.
Why do you bring your fiance from abroad and getting married when you're in debt, when you don't have your together?
Dragging him over the
I know
coals for
he
lying
did.
to her about being able to fund her expensive tastes. This was a situation that dropped jaws the moment it aired.
Business doesn't go well. What do you want me to do?
Business never went well. You just lied to me when I
How
was
do
in
you
Russia. You
know?
were lying
How
to me.
do you know?
Don't interrupt me.
Number
She was
4,
crazy.
Aziz and Mike's bedroom roadblock.
But 90 days is flying by, and our sex life is still at a standstill.
This was the elephant in the
She was
room.
younger.
With this conversation happening over the folding of
She looked
laundry
like a little
and
kid.
Aziza doing everything she could to avoid eye contact, had audiences cringing in their seats.
I think we need to wait with
Oh yeah,
sex.
because he wanted sex. I remember that.
We were supposed to do it as soon as you got here.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
After saying she wanted to wait a little longer before she and Mike consummated their relationship, Aziza's reluctance to pursue the subject and Mike's persistence put everyone on edge. Then there was a creepy half smile he kept on his face the whole time, as well as his enthusiasm about one day having kids. Perhaps Mike needs to be reminded of the virtue of patience.
Aziza may be a little more uptight than some American women. I think that, she's just still worried about our sexual relationship. I hope she becomes a lot more comfortable.
Number 3,
Oh,
Azin
God.
tells Nicole to work out.
You're gonna miss the dessert?
I remember she was hot as
No.
She was hot
Azim
as
made
hell in
his
that
feelings
desert.
about Nicole's body
Who would
known
it
from the
be?
day she
Come
landed.
on.
However, the way
He
he
made
went
her
about
walk
trying to
up that
persuade her to
damn
get in a
bed.
bit better shape
He
was
was
not
like,
exactly
"Stop
the
being
greatest
lazy."
idea. As she struggled up a
It's the
sand dune in the
desert.
middle of the desert, he urged her on by telling her how lazy she was and how she needed to work out more.
Okay, 1 second.
He followed this up by telling the cameras that he didn't think she was healthy, which isn't something your partner should be telling you,
I think
at
I
least
know
not
who's
so
gonna be number
bluntly. Encouraging your fiance to pursue health is one thing, but straight up telling them they're lazy is
Come on, you
beyond
got
rude.
jeans on in the
Almost
desert.
too busy. Oh my god, lazy.
Number 2, Muhammad
Hey, I
doesn't
thought
hold
they were
back.
gonna be number 1.
I was expecting like
You remember
way
this?
much better than I found out when I came here.
This was one couple that had
I
a
thought
pretty
they were gonna be
significant
number one.
history of issues.
Theirs
In the
is
season 1
crazy.
finale of the spin-off 90 Day Fiancé
did not
Happily Ever
care.
After, Mohammed and Danielle were questioned on their troubles between the sheets during the couple's tell-all segment.
Screaming in front of her teenagers, I want my sex tonight. If you don't give me my sex tonight, I will call the immigration. I will get you deported.
The interview went from casual to cringy in a heartbeat, with Mohammed opening up about the issues Danielle had and some of her wilder past behavior. Between name-calling, accusation, and the stunned looks on the faces of all the other couples present, this interview was shocking in more ways than one.
Thank you very much for.
If you asking me like why I'm not having sex with her, then you put it out there. I have to explain it.
You know, all right.
Before we reveal our
They blurred it out, but at the reunion, he basically admitted that he didn't have sex with her because she stunk down there, and she didn't always take showers, and he didn't want to have sex with no one like that. And she was mad, and she threatened to deport him if he wouldn't have sex with her.
You gotta keep it being.
It was wild. It was wild. But when she brought him here, it was her 2 daughters, her brother, and somebody else. Like, it was 5 people that lived in the house, and there was like no room for him. It was just weird. I don't know.
pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
What is the problem?
She was
And Fisa got mad at me because I left her and I tried to go see the lawyer alone. That was nice of you. That shows how ready you are.
You walked away from me. I'm here trying to talk to you.
You know, it's just because I'm better than you. I don't do it back to you.
You're a user, Muhammad. You used me.
Oh, I forgot. Remember, she couldn't. You can't hug in public. His religion. But she didn't understand that, and she got offended.
Okay.
You can't do it unless you're married.
Number 1, the awkward silence.
Did you regret etching the word idiot into the car? Why not?
Do the Emmys have a category for most awkward moment? During yet another revealing tell-all episode, the infamous Anfisa was questioned about some of her wilder antics. When asked if she felt any remorse for keying the word idiot into the side of George's car, Anfisa proceeded to kickstart the longest awkward pause in the history of recorded TV. Complete with everything but the crickets in the background, the studio went silent for what felt like hours before she finally attempted to defend herself, storming out shortly afterwards. Audiences could practically feel the awkward.
Where's you going? Don't follow that girl.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms.
We didn't.
Which one was your most awkward one? Do you remember?
I remember. We didn't watch the reunion though, so I don't remember that awkward pause.
We did watch the reunion.
Oh, you probably skipped it then.
I might have.
I mean, we basically saw that whole. That's probably like that whole season.
Yeah, that all them people were, I think, in the same season.
Yeah, man. It was. It wasn't awkward moments to me, besides the.
I think the most cringiest one was Muhammad and the girl when he admitted that she stunk down there. I remember
she
watching
probably
it.
did. She looked like she did.
Their relationship was wild. Them and the bigger girl, the white girl.
I mean, if I know I'm going to the desert, I'm not about to wear jeans.
He kept saying you're so lazy. And then her mama kept getting on her because she would like always send money to him, but she didn't work. So she would always be begging her mama for money to send to him.
I don't know how they do it.
And she was on the next season too.
It worked out for some people, but not everybody. But hey,
I can never do it.
It is what it is.
I gotta physically see you. And then everything that happened, we're like, come on. We all know what catfishing is. We all know what it's about. Why would you even trust that?
When you can't find love, that's what you do.
Find love in a whole different country?
Yep.
But I wasn't even all the way mad at Afiza because I forgot she admitted that he was telling her before she got here, you know, I'm gonna buy you this, I'm gonna buy you this. I'll make sure you got this.
Okay.
And then when he got here,
you can say
she
that.
didn't know he was in debt.
But the other girl from Russia said she was gonna have sex with the dude, so they all say something.
Okay, but damn, like, can I unpack my shit? Like, God,
she probably told him when I get off the plane, and then she probably looked at him.
God. Hey man, he 35, she 20. Like, come on, man, you can't rush it.
You know how old y'all is when y'all talking. It ain't gonna happen to me, so I don't know nothing about that.
Well, with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Make sure you follow our social media pages down below. And comment any reaction videos that you want to see us do next. And we will do them. Thank y'all for all the love. We appreciate it.
Peace to you.
Bye, y'all.
Candy Crew.